Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel of OCD Recovery. Today I'm going to talk about a serious topic, one that I really struggled with myself. Before I go any further, the most important thing to take away from this video is that acceptance does not mean agreement. We're not berating the person as a whole, but we are being quite firm and strict that the behavior, and this is something that I needed to hear, this is a really bad behavior and it causes lots of problems in your life. We do understand that you're suffering. We get it better than anyone. You know it. That's why you're here. We've all had chronic OCD, but you gotta stop being mean to your family members. It's okay to feel angry. It's not okay to act on that anger. Again, if you mess up, berating yourself isn't good, but you can say, I really don't like this behavior. I gotta work on it. But when you berate yourself and call yourself a moron for not listening and going backwards, you're doing yourself a major disservice. So you gotta be realistic about changing the behavior. Humans being fallible, you're not going to do yourself any good by beating yourself up, but this has got to go. Before I go any further, please subscribe, hit that like button down below. Please message Phil at OCDrecovery.com to learn more about all our subscriptions, getting access to the WhatsApp groups, unlimited webinars, and just getting part of a community in the WhatsApp groups and with all the coaches who have walked the same journey as you. Now, I acted like a fucking prick. There ain't any other way to say it. And I was a victim. And I fell into every single anger, punching holes in the wall, screaming at people, fuck you on the road, all sorts of stuff. That only hindered my life. I wanted to change it. It took me about 3 to 4 years to change it. Get better, relapse, better, relapse. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm not saying you can never feel anger or frustration inside of your body ever again, but you have to build the ultimate reservoir of bottling up anger. I never hear this spoken about correctly ever. The goal is to bottle up anger. The goal is to bottle up anger. The goal is to bottle up anger. No matter what any cardiologist or well-intentioned psychologist, psychiatrist, coach, spiritual leader, friend on the street, person who watched the podcast says, you need to learn to bottle up anger. Unconditional life, self-life, other acceptance, and the RABD principles for one of my favorite books. It's over there. How to Control Your Anger Before It Controls You in the Stubbornly Refused series is, in my opinion, the best book on anger ever written in human history. I think on anger by Seneca as well, and the reason for delay. Delay, Seneca says the best remedy for anger is delay, which also means the best remedy for anger is bottling up your emotions and wearing it and not acting on it. You are going to fuck this up a lot, a ton, if you struggle with anger. There's no such thing as an angry person. You cannot be a trait. You are a person that struggles with anger. It's not semantics. It means two different things. Hard to understand that unless you've practiced it over a long period of time. You got to stop screaming at your wife. You got to stop screaming at your husband. You got to stop having sex with them and then 10 minutes later screaming at them. This affects the person you're living with massively. You are causing damage. You have to hear that. There is no wishy-washiness with me. Not with this. I'm not berating you as a human, but you got to hear it. This is where tough love is needed. It's okay. No. You have a very bad trait. Anger, rage, and vengeance gets more people into trouble than most other, actions. How many people are in jail because of an anger outburst? They made a mistake, came home, found their wife cheating on them, and they shot their wife. Happens a lot. Happened to my second cousin. Came home. His name was also Nick. My great aunt Gina's son. Came home. Second or third cousin. Think second. Came home. Saw his wife was cheating on him. Shot her 6 times in the chest. And then ended his life. And my grandma and my aunt Gina, my great aunt Gina, my mom's mother and, my mom's aunt, had to go and identify the body. So, yeah, both of them. Not good. So, anger outburst right there. This is going to be a great video for you to hear. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of triggers in here, but you got to hear it. This is the realness. Breaking down beliefs is real. Changing belief systems is hard work. Wearing anger and bottling it up is very difficult, and it needs to be done. You have to be very realistic about what it's going to take to change this behavior. You can do it. You got to stop yelling at your kids. You got to stop screaming all the time. As Albert Ellis says, What's the best way to get better at playing the violin? Practice, practice, practice. What's the best way to get better at anger? Practice, practice, practice. It all lumps together into one bad habit that becomes an habituation, and you act angry over everything. Look how many people thrive and think anger is a good trait. It's a terrible trait. More misery has been caused to the human race than anger outbursts over money, economics, geopolitics, religion, all anger. It's all anger. Anger basically kills the majority of most people. Like, is there a war that's not started by anger and vengeance? Why would you? No, because that's why you have a war. You're very angry at what they did to you, so you have a war. And some of them are understandable, like throughout history. Forget all the stuff happening right now. Yeah, it's all tragedy. But I mean, like, all throughout history. Since the beginning of time, wars that no one's even heard about. Tribes against tribes 6,000 years ago for protection of land. Anger. And we're lucky enough to know how to break that down and wear it. So the behavior is very bad. It's one of the worst behaviors you could ever have. And I'll leave you with this. As Albert Ellis says, anger is the one emotion that most humans do not want to give up because it gives them a sense of power. Look at the news. Watch political podcasts. Left, right, upside down, in the middle, libertarian, conservative, Democrat, Republican. Who gives a shit? It's all people yelling at each other. It's all anger. It's all it is. It's sad. It's really sad. So again, something to think about. Phil at OCDrecovery.com. Hope to hear from you soon. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.